Veterinary advice number 9. Rock the Planet is a late scratching. Bookmakers, rule off your ledgers. Light goes back on. Didn't hold them, racing, and Old Trumps had missed the kick, missed it by about 3. First to get going is Indian Pacific from the inside with Mogul Magic away quickly on equal terms with it. Flying up there, Lording is driving forward now as they settle down around True Tiara, and pushing up on the inside soon after the start is Holy Ghost. A length away, Princely Package being followed by Protected Action. Back on the inside next of all from Sunol. Its stablemate being followed then Del Sur, and then 2 lengths behind them All Trumps, who dawdled out of the gates. That late scratching of Rock the Planet. Inside the last 400 they come, nearing the corner. Indian Pacific will lead them for home, the newcomer. Only 3/4 Mogul Magic. Here comes behind them around their heels Holy Ghost getting into the open. One got caught back there in the gates. It's the full quid. If you're wondering what happened to it, down on the inside though, it's Indian Pacific kicking. It's raced away from Mogul Magic and then came Holy Ghost, but Indian Pacific is much too good. Indian Pacific all the way has won, probably from the stable mate, I'd say. Holy Ghost from Mogul Magic, then True Tiara. They were followed back behind them by Sunol, and then Princely Package, Protected Action, Lording. Further back in the field, Del Sur, and second from last actually when they pulled up is All Trumps, and the other one that just crossed the line. And I saw it there about 2 furlongs behind them coming into the corner, the full quid. So a series of unfortunate circumstances here prior to the start and indeed at the start. Waiting for these numbers here after the running of the first for the day, but number 5, Indian Pacific, Brad Parnham is the winner. Indian Pacific, jump running. Had Mogul Magic on terms away with it though. Holy Ghost parked behind them. 5, 4, 12 are the placings. Indian Pacific has won from Holy Ghost, and 12 in Mogul Magic. 5, 4, 12, 10. True Tiara officially 4th. We'll get news in regards to the full quid to see if it has been in fact deemed to have been given a fair start, and we'll also have the deductions there on that late scratching of 9, Rock the Planet, and the margins are 2 lengths by half a head, and the time is 58.51. 34 flat, the last 600, 2 lengths by half a head. So a sharp debut here, win by the Zoo Star 3-year-old Indian Pacific from Rosarino for Nevin, Carroll and Parnham, Bob Pearson, Billy Biggs, Santo Waliardo and Graham Webster Sr. Great to see those owners amongst the winners, particularly Graham, former top flight rider here of course, and trainer. And now with a leg in Indian Pacific, trained by Neville Parnham, his son-in-law, ridden by grandson Brad Parnham. Second, Holy Ghost by God Has Spoken from Death Knock for Colin Loxton. So Cole gets right amongst the spoils here, and trained by Neville Parnham, ridden by Stephen. Third, Mogul Magic by Rubik from Moguls. Alan Beard at McAllister, Kay Wardle, C. McAllister, the owners, ridden by William Pike for Simon Miller. All other details you have, but stewards no doubt to confirm as to whether or not the full quid was deemed to have been given a fair start there, coming in a couple of furlongs behind the others there, and the rider of the full quid now having a discussion with the steward at the moment there. So hold tickets. Race 2, the Amelia Park Handicap at 133, 1100 for Cooking with Gas is scratched out of the next. Troy Turner rides number 6, Altani, replacing Peter Nucky. Right, let's go down now to the yard. We'll catch up with Brittany, who joined us. We can finally get back into a bit of a routine here after the spate of awfully hot weather, as we take you down there with Britt as she prepares to catch up with the connections of the winner in Indian Pacific.
Yes, you're right, Darren. Great to be able to catch up with the connections post-race. We haven't been afforded that luxury with the hot weather and the warm weather procedures in place the last few weeks. I have Neville Parnham with me now. And Neville, you can't ask for a much better start to the day, Quinella-ing the race. Did you know that this was the one that you were leaning towards out of your pair?
Oh, look, he's always shown good ability, and it was a bit of a question mark on the other horse. Some of his runs he's gone too hard, and he's been a tiptoe in the last 50, but I was encouraged by his performance today with the blinkers off and a tongue tie on, and there's a win around the corner for him. But this horse has always shown good ability, just taken a while to sort of get him to the track, but hopefully now he's matured a bit more. We'll certainly a few more wins ahead of him.
The pedigree certainly reads very nice, the son of Zoo Star. What attracted you to the horse in the first place?
Oh, look, the fact that he was a Zoo Star and he had a really good fast family, you know, so we really thought that he'd make a really good sprinter. A few things went wrong with him early in his career, so we had to sort of be patient and wait, and now that we got him there, we knew he always had the ability, and I think he can be a pretty smart horse.
Now, the last time you said this to me, we were at Belmont. It was KC on debut, and you said that this could be a pretty smart horse. We've now seen what KC went on and done. How much ability does he have?
I don't know if he'll win a Group 1 this preparation because there's none to run in, but he's a smart horse, yeah.
Well, it's encouraging signs. Well done.
Thank you.
Neville Parnham, I like when he says that with a horse on debut, because I remember so specifically well exactly the comments he made about KC, and when you hear a trainer of his class say they're a smart one, they are certainly one to follow. Brad Parnham on the scales at the moment and jumps off the scales. Brad, congratulations on the victory. Looked a very straightforward, smart type on debut.
Yeah, it was a pretty impressive win. I don't generally like to be too confident with first starters, but I was pretty confident with this horse today. He showed a lot of power in his trial the other day. He's just a powerful horse. So when that horse next to me came out before the start, it just made me that little bit more confident, because I knew I'd probably be able to lead comfortably, and that's what happened, and he kicked well.
Do you think that is a key to him to be able to lead, or in the future will we see a bit of versatility with him?
Oh, I think we'll just learn as we go along. I think it was important to sort of just get the first win out of the way, and I felt leading was probably his best chance to do that, but I wouldn't imagine that he's going to always have to lead. As he gets up in the classes, you're going to come across better horses. So, yeah, we'll just learn as we go with him and see what happens.
All right, looking forward to seeing his career progress. Well done.
Thank you.
Brad and Neville Parnham combine with the first winner of the day, Indian Pacific, and Holy Ghost makes it a stable Quinella to start the day. The Tab Touch Betty or Bet Maiden, race number 1.